Welcome, and let's talk about the fate of the Middle East, the fate of Islam without Ali Khamenei. While we're talking about the fate of Islam without Ali Khamenei, currently it's Ali Khamenei who is keeping the oracle itself, the altar itself, who is keeping the whole Quran itself, who is radically following the teachings, the radical teachings of Islam. And that is why he's able to support all the radical movements or the radical fractions of Islam around the world. And once he's gone, what will happen next? Once Ali Khamenei is gone, what will happen next? Probably to have an end to the radicalization of Islam, because he's the main funder, the main guy who gives the funding to those guys who are doing all these atrocities around the world. Is the main guy who is known to be funding, according to the intelligence given by the US, the CIA, the Mossad, and other intelligences around the world from these other countries. So if he's gone, or he's toppled, or his regime is completely destroyed, then that means there will no longer be what we call funding to this terrorist organization. If there is no money, then that means there are no activities, there are no production of the missiles, there are no production of ammunition, there are no production or purchasing of or procurement of those weapons. And if there are no procurement of the weapons, then there is no war, because those weapons are what fuels these people to go to war. The knowledge of creating all these things is what makes these people go to war. But if they are not there, if these things are not offered, if these things are not given out, then there will be no war at all. That is the case of each and everything that is happening around. So when Trump is pushing in, and when Israel is pushing into this, they are pushing onto what they feel should be stopped or should not continue working. Though there are other geopolitical reasons and other issues that are battling all around to make these things work as they really want. But on the other, on the top player, like what we can see, is different from what these people really want, because always they will sell you a version of a story that feels or looks to be so good that everyone will want to follow. So if Ali Khamenei, the Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, is the one who is funding all these radical fractions, the Hezbollah, Houthis, we talk about Al-Shabaab, we talk about the guys in Lebanon, we talk about let me talk about the Islamic Brotherhood. That is known to be doing these crazy things around the world, blowing themselves to wherever to appease their God, who is Allah. Then if this guy is gone and his regime is totally uprooted and destroyed, not just cutting the head of the snake alone, but cutting the head of the snake and making sure that the tail is also chopped into pieces that cannot survive a single day. Of course, if the head is done, there will be death. But sometimes things do happen. I don't want to say miraculously, but ways that are not well understood, and the tail starts growing mysteriously again. Another head emerges from the tail, something of that kind, and takes over. In this case, we would wish if the US does it completely. If the US does it, it should do it completely, to make sure that they are erasing everything completely, to make sure that there will be peace. There are very many people who are agreeing that if the peace that will be there for some time, there will be peace for some given moment if the Ayatollah is completely destroyed and this regime is completely destroyed, not just in Iran but in the entire world, because of what, again, we've just talked about, that the Ayatollah is enabling. He might not be doing it by himself, but he's enabling all these things to work, he's enabling all these things to be done. He has openly declared that he would wish that Israel be wiped out of the map because they're their arch enemies, and he would wish that US be wiped out of the map because they are also their arch enemies, because they are supporting their arch enemies, who are Israel. So if those things is what he has said and he's gone, that means there will be peace between Israel and the Middle East. Though Israel will be bullying the Middle East, because now they will have an upper hand in whatever is happening within the Middle East, but at least there will be some cohesive cohesive integration within that area, and there'll be less of what we are seeing now happening around the world. There was the proxy militants doing the dirty work that they're doing around the world, and maybe that will lead to something of peaceful within the world. So I would like you to engage us in the comment section and tell us what do you really think. Do you think if Ali Khamenei, the Ayatollah Ali Khamenei is done, if the IRGC is completely wiped out, do you think there will be peace in the world, or do you think the world will still remain to be where it is with all these troubles that are coming in? Maybe there'll be other troubles, but maybe terrorism will reduce to a given level, and maybe people will enjoy freedom of worship from wherever they are. There is be in Iran, freedom of worship; in Nigeria, freedom of worship, where no one is blowing anyone because of their faith, but maybe other issues to follow into this. So engage us in the comment section and tell us what you think about this. Bye.